Hi guys! Congratulations to all those trainees who passed the phone certification, and good luck and God bless to the second phase of your training. What is phone certification? So phone certification is one of the major exams that you need to pass during the first phase of your training. And if you fail the phone certification, you will not be able to proceed to the next phase of your training, which is the live scribing. So phone certification composed of two exams, yung CAT exam, which is a 100-item test, multiple choice question, and comprised of 30% of your grade sa phone cert. And your phone cert naman itself is 70% of your grade. So during my time, ang grade ko nun sa CAT exam is 94, and ang grade ko sa phone cert is 100. So ang overall grade ko sa phone cert is 98. So ganun yung grading system niya. Mas mataas yung phone cert, 70%. So 70-30 yung grading system niya. So how to pass your phone certification? First tip, listen attentively during discussion and take down notes as much as you can. So yung iba, nagtatype sa Word or sa OneNote or sa notepad ng mga lectures. Yung iba naman, nagsusulat. So you decide what works best for you. So kagaya ko, I'm very traditional student. So, nagna-notebook talaga ako. Nagtitake down notes ako. Meron akong notebook. Next step is organize your notes. So, during phone cert, yung mga protocols, yung mga batchmates ko, ino-organize nila yung notes nila sa WordPad. No? So, lahat nandoon na, pati nga mga spills nandoon eh. Keywords, yung mga dapat nilang itanong, nandoon lahat. So, it's up to you kung paano mo siya i-organize. Open notes naman kasi during phone cert. So, yung iba, habang nakabukas yung EHR, nandun din sa gilid nila yung kanilang mga protocols para i-scroll up and down na lang nila or isa-search na lang nila kung ano yung protocol na yan. Ako kasi, I don't like the feeling na nakikita ni QA or nung mga batchmates ko yung ginagawa ko sa screen ko. No? So, parang I get distracted. So, ako, nasa labas lahat ng notes ko. Nag-sticky notes ako. Doon ko nilalagay lahat ng protocols. So, parang ganito. Halimbawa, pag na-identify ko na siya kung anong protocol yan, halimbawa, MVA. Yan. Tapos, meron MVA, tapos meron lang akong keywords. Nakadikit lang siya sa yung mga itatanong ko, nandyan lahat, or kung anong gagawin ko as HVA. So, nakadikit lang siya sa monitor ko. Glance ko na lang and alam ko na yung gagawin ko. Next step is volunteer during mock calls and participate during discussions kasi kapag nasasalang ka sa mga mock calls na ganon, you get used to it. Pagdating ng phone cert, less pressure, less kaba. And yung mga feedback ni QA sa'yo, it's a big help. Just take them constructively. And kapag nakasalang naman yung ibang batchmates mo, take down notes din kung ano yung mga feedback sa kanila. So, don't be afraid to make mistakes, no? Pag nag-volunteer ka. So, yun nga yung purpose ng training mo, yung matuto ka. So, the more na nag-volunteer ka, na mas nasasanay ka. Next is practice with your group. Kung meron kayong mga group na gano'n, no? Usually yung mga galing BPO, it's a big help kasi magagaling sila sa phone handling. So, it's a big help na nagkakaroon ka ng ibang take sa pagsagot ng call, nagkakaroon ka ng different perspective, hindi nalilimit yung sarili mo sa alam mo lang kasi you get other ideas din sa pagsagot ng call. Next is make your own script. So, hindi pinoprovide ni HR yung script, no? So, you make your own based sa tinuturo nila sa inyo, call flow, although ituturo din naman yung dapat na pagsagot, pero you make your own script. So, isa sa napakalaking points sa grading system yung effective communication. So, if you are not a spontaneous person and you cannot speak English well, make your own script. So, it will help you and guide you sa pagsagot. Kasi pag lagi mo naman siyang pinapractice, eventually you will get spontaneous din sa pagsagot kay patient or sa caller or sa QA. So, watch lang din yung mga grammar lapses kasi isa din yan sa binibigyan ng points kung very impacting ba yung grammar lapses mo. So, make sure na yung script mo maayos. Next is learn to navigate your EHR. Kahit anong galing mo sa phone handling, kung hindi mo naman alam i-navigate yung EHR mo, hindi mo makukomplete yung task mo. So, dapat alam mo mag-navigate ng EHR. Halimbawa, gusto niya magpa-cancel ng appointment, dapat alam mo kung saan ka pupunta sa EHR, kung paano mag-cancel ng appointment. So, ganun. Next is use call hold properly. Courteously, politely. Watch also yung if you say a minute or two, make sure it's a minute or two and not longer than that kasi hindi natin gustong paghintayin si patient, no? And also watch yung grammar mo, instead of saying can I put this call on hold, can I put you on hold, baka sa sobrang kapa mo masabi mo can I hold you, minsan may mga ganun so meron namang QA na mapagpatol, parang sasabihin sa'yo, what? Do you want to hold me? Yung mga ganun. So, it's a different meaning na kasi pag sinabi mong, can I hold you? So, watch your grammar. Next is always check if the patient is due for APE. And you have to voice it out also. Para alam talaga ni patient na chinek mo siya. Kasi hindi porket naka-screen share ka at chinek mo, okay na yon. Dapat i-voice out mo kasi remember, nasa call ka. Next is always do a recap. That's one way to effectively communicate din with the patient, no? Kaya ang laking points niyan doon sa grade mo sa phone cert. Kasi when you do a recap, you're letting the patient understand what transpired during the call or between the both of you. And so you have to finalize kung ano yung mga napag-usapan nyo ng patient. You don't need to ask if the patient wants to have a quick recap or not. Just do it. Kasi it's part of phone etiquette and kailangan mo talagang mag-recap. Unless emergency yung situation mo at hindi ka na makakapag-recap talaga. And there are a lot of ways to do a recap without having to ask kung gusto niya ba o hindi. So, make it as straightforward as possible. So, pag sinabi mong, is there anything else I can help you with? Pag sinabi niyang wala na, alright, just a quick recap, ma'am, ganyan, and then you recap. Or pwede rin namang, I just want to make sure I've covered everything. So, you called in today because blah, blah, blah. Yon. Next, do not forget to document your call. So, wag mong sasabihin done ka na pagkatapos ng mock calls nyo kung hindi mo pa na-document yung call. So, once you're done with the documentation, tsaka mo lang sabihin kay QA na done ka na. Next is learn your protocols by heart and stick to your protocol. Kahit pagbali-balik ta rin ka ni patient, ni QA sa mga protocols mo, minsan may paawa effect siya, do not get swayed sa kanya. You can empathize with the patient but stick to your protocol. Yung hindi mo pwedeng gawin, wag mong gagawin. Next, manage your emotions. Maintain your composure. Wag kang padadala sa kaba. Kasi pag kinabahan ka, mental block ka talaga. Last but not the least, pray. Pray to God na ibigay niya sa ito and pray to Him na samahan ka niya sa phone certification mo. So pagkatapos mong review and you did all your best, let God do the work for you. Surrender everything and trust Him. So yun guys, so mag-start ng training sa Monday. Good luck and God bless sa training nyo. And hope you will all pass your phone certification.